Logan's POV. I didn't want to believe that what Amy was telling us could be true. Sienna was a good person. She would never do these things. I looked at Andrew. He was staring at Amy with a pained expression on his face. I knew that he didn't want to believe it either. We didn't want to believe our friend was a bad person. I couldn't let myself believe it. That would mean I put my mate in danger. And I didn't do that. I could never do that. Amy was wrong. She had to be wrong. Logan, honey, look at me, my mom spoke. I looked up at her. She was crying. Honey, I know you don't want to believe it, she said. I know you will blame yourself for not seeing it sooner. But it is not your fault. She fooled all of us. She turned to Andrew. Andrew, sweetie, it is not your fault either. You have been the best big brother. Your parents would be so proud of you. You made Emma into the amazing person she is today. Sienna tricked you. She played her part perfectly. You couldn't have known. I didn't think my brain was working. I could hear my mom. I could see her. I could hear Amy sobbing. I could see Andrew shaking. But it felt like I was looking at all of them through thick glass. I couldn't clear my mind. Amy! I heard a man's voice behind me. I turned around and saw Jacob. Amy ran to him, and he hugged her tightly. His cold, angry gaze was going from me to Andrew. He walked toward us, clenching his fists. If something happens to her, I want you to know it is your fault, he growled, looking at both of us. How many times did she try to tell you about that bitch? You didn't believe her once. If she is dead, her blood is on your hands. I was staring at him, frozen, speechless. He should be punished. I was his alpha. He couldn't speak to me like that. From the corner of my eye, I saw Andrew getting up. He walked up to Jacob and punched him straight in the nose. I heard bones breaking. My mom and Amy gasped loudly. Jacob was growling, blood coming out of his nose. Take that back, Andrew was yelling. She is not dead. I ran to him and grabbed him from behind, locking my arms around him. She is not dead, I told him. I would feel it. She is alive, Andrew. He was breathing heavily and shaking. He was growling, and his whole body was vibrating. I let go of him, and he walked away from Jacob. What the hell is going on here? Alpha Drake asked as he walked in. His beta and his 5 warriors were right behind him. Sienna kidnapped Emma, Alpha Drake, my mom said, her voice trembling. Drake clenched his fists, and I could see his jaw twitching. I knew it! She is a lying bitch, he growled loudly. Do you believe them, Andrew? I mind-linked my beta. I don't want to, but I do, Logan. He answered. She told me that Sienna would make a mistake and slip up. She knew something like this was going to happen. She knew, and I didn't listen. He continued. I froze in place. I let Sienna manipulate me. I was an alpha, and I didn't see a threat that was right in front of me, and my mate was in danger because of it. My shock and denial were quickly replaced with pure rage. I was going to kill Sienna. I was going to rip her apart. I will kill that bitch, I growled loudly, startling everyone. Alpha Logan, I know you're in a state of shock, Drake said, walking up to me. But we need to be calm and collected. You are a great alpha, remember that. I know this is about your mate, but we can't let Sienna know that we are onto her. Alpha Drake is right, Andrew said, taking a deep breath. I have been trying to think like a beta. She couldn't kill Emma because you would know right away, and her story about Emma running away wouldn't be believable. She is keeping her somewhere. And she probably has help, Drake added. Someone is with Emma. You can't feel her wolf, and that means they are dosing her with wolfsbane. They are waiting for Sienna's orders. She is planning on killing her, but she's waiting for something. She is waiting for Logan to mark her, my mom said. He wouldn't be able to feel Emma dying if he had marked another she-wolf. My heart started beating painfully. My Emma. My mate. I will find you, love. I will do anything to find you. We need to capture her and make her tell us where Emma is, I said. I pushed myself to pull my head out of my ass and started thinking like the fucking alpha I was. My mate was in danger, and she needed me. But we need to make sure she doesn't tip off the fucker who is helping her, I added. I need to get her here and take her down to the interrogation room. She won't be able to mind-link from there. You think her accomplice is a member of the pack? Andrew asked, raising his eyebrows. We could only mind-link with pack members. I don't know. It could be a rogue, but I am not risking shit. She is going down there, I growled. Andrew, Drake, and I will interrogate her. Jacob, you search Sienna's house. There has to be something there that will tell us where Emma is. Take her parents to the cellar. Question them as well. Cuff them with silver. I don't want them mind-linking anyone if they are on it. Josh will help him, Drake said, and his beta nodded. My mom and Amy were sitting on the couch, holding hands. They were both wiping tears from their faces. Good, I said. Let's go. We are bringing her home. Logan's POV. How the hell do I get that bitch here without her suspecting anything? What do I tell her? I asked, turning to Andrew. Josh and Jacob left to go to her house. They would hide and wait close by. When she arrives here and enters the interrogation room, we would link them to start searching the house. Drake, Andrew, and I were sitting in my living room. Mom and Amy went to the kitchen to make themselves some tea. They needed to calm down a bit. We didn't want Sienna to see them here together and suspect something. Tell her you need her after a long, hard day, Drake said. She is desperate to be yours. She will believe it because she wants to hear it. She will think that her plan of removing Emma from your life is finally working. I nodded and sighed. I feel sick doing it. I want to kill her, not have her over. I know, man, Andrew said. Remember that you are doing this for Emma. I took a deep breath and opened my link with Sienna. Sienna? I linked her. Logan, babe, I am so glad to hear your voice, she said. My stomach twisted at the sound of her voice in my head. Leon was growling. He hasn't stopped doing that since Amy told us about Sienna. He was refusing to talk to me. He was just growling, and I could feel how fucking angry he was. Would you like to come over? I asked. I just came back from the forest, and I could use your company. Of course, she said excitedly. I will be there in 15 minutes. Great, I responded. I am in the living room. Let yourself in. I cut off our link and nodded at Andrew and Drake. She will be here in 15 minutes, I said. How will you get her down there? Drake asked. I decided to make it simple, I sighed. I will tell her that I left my phone down there and ask her to come with me to get it. That should be okay, Andrew said quietly. You guys should go there, in case she comes early, I said. They both nodded and got up. They walked out of the living room, and I turned the TV on and pretended to watch. Those 15 minutes that took Sienna to come were the longest of my life. I couldn't stop thinking about Emma. Where was she? Was she cold? Who was with her? Were they hurting her? I would feel if she was hurt, right? The more I thought about it, the more my heart hurt. I heard the front door open, and Sienna's scent hit me. She walked into the living room with a huge smile on her face. I felt pure rage coming on. I wanted to kill her. I needed to kill her. I took a deep breath to control myself and smiled at her. She sat next to me and kissed my cheek. I felt bile rising up. Did you find Emma? She asked with a fake sadness in her voice and on her face. How didn't I notice how fake she was? No, we didn't, I sighed. I guess she really did cross the border. I feel so sorry for Andrew, she said. She became the one thing he hates. I nodded and looked at the TV to calm myself. I couldn't look at her lying face. She sighed and got comfortable on the couch. What are you doing? I was watching TV, I said. But just before you came in, I noticed my phone was missing. I think I left it down in the interrogation room. I left the meeting in a hurry when they notified me that you were hurt. I have to go get it. Come with me? I feel peaceful when you are around. Come on, Sienna. Take the bait. She smiled brightly and nodded. Thank you, goddess. I stood up and took her hand in mine. I pulled her behind me and walked out of the living room. We are coming. I linked Andrew. My heart was beating fast in my chest, and I hoped Sienna couldn't hear it. We were just outside the interrogation room. I didn't want her to suspect anything and try to mind-link anyone. I opened the door and pulled Sienna in. I closed the door behind us and locked it. I turned around to see a shocked Sienna staring at Andrew and Drake. Andrew looked so pissed that even I was afraid of him right now. Andrew? Logan? What is going on? Sienna asked, turning to me. Sit the fuck down, I said, and walked to her. I pushed her to sit and sat beside her. Drake and Andrew took the chairs opposite us. Where is Emma? Drake asked. She opened her eyes wider. Emma! I told you she ran away! Cut the crap, bitch, Andrew growled. We know every fucking thing you did to her. We know you wanted to get rid of her to have Logan all to yourself. Where the fuck is she? Sienna looked shocked and scared. I don't know what you are talking about. She was fucking lying. I could tell. I looked at the guys and saw that they were thinking the same thing as I was. Sienna, your house is being searched as we speak, I told her. Your parents are down here being cuffed with silver and interrogated. It is only a matter of time before we will find something. It would be better if you cooperated. Let my parents go, she yelled. I didn't do anything. That bitch attacked me and left the pack, and you are taking her side. She is a rogue. She is a traitor. All three of us growled loudly. I grabbed her by the neck. You speak like that about my mate again, and I will make you suffer, I said in a voice so cold that I could see her shiver in fear. I let her go and sat back down. I will give you one chance to come clean about everything and tell us where Emma is. If you don't, I will order you to, and I will make it long and painful. Alpha's orders could be painful, especially if you tried to go against it. But we could make it painful just by increasing the intensity of the order. Even if the wolf wasn't fighting it, it hurt them. I didn't like to use my alpha order on my wolves. When I did, the intensity was minimal, just to remind them who the dominant wolf was. But with this bitch, I would use it as a weapon, and I would enjoy each and every moment of it. I am not telling you shit, she growled. I hope he doesn't listen to me and kills her tonight. He said he would make her his before he did. I hope you feel everything, Logan. I hope you will feel your mate being raped and killed tonight. I saw red. Leon was going insane. He would come out, and Goddess helped Sienna when he did. But before I could do anything, I heard Andrew's terrifying growl, and a fist flew into Sienna's face. She fell off the chair and groaned. Andrew stood up and walked to her, but Drake stopped him. You can't kill her yet, he screamed at him. We need her to tell us everything. I got up and grabbed her. I placed her back on the chair. If I feel one hair being hurt on Emma's head, you will suffer hard. That is a promise, I growled. She looked at me with fear in her eyes. I gave you a chance. You didn't take it, I said. Sienna Jones, I order you to tell me everything you know about the disappearance of Emma Parker, and I order you to tell me where she is. My order was so intense that even Andrew and Drake bowed their heads slightly, even though my order wasn't directed at them and Drake was an alpha, and it shouldn't have affected him. But that's how strong my order was. Sienna whimpered in pain, but she started talking. She had no other choice.